think we're back. Just testing. Oh. There we go. Okay. All right. So now, I believe we did all of our shopping at the end of yesterday's stream. So now what we're gonna do is work on trying to finish that maze. I believe I mentioned this in yesterday's stream, but there isn't the boss at the end of the alternate maze that we have is very difficult and has ended quite a few of my nightmare runs. And this character, where we are within where we are playing on Insane, that gives me cause for concern. But with any luck, we'll be okay here. We are playing a very powerful class after all, so there's a good chance that we'll be okay. But we'll just have to see how this goes. All right. So yeah, that impale did a lot of damage. Also, it seems like my system is running a bit better today. I don't know what was up with yesterday's stream, but that had been really bad. It's still not moving amazingly quickly. But considering how slow it was going yesterday. And during the times when I am not streaming, I don't have those issues, but also I don't have nearly as much happening on my computer, so I am not surprised that I'm having this issue now as opposed to when I normally play. Okay. Alright, always a good sign when we get confirmation that we've done 600 there. Hopefully this is a good Mind Star that we could have in the offhand. So it's not arcane disrupting, so that's already very helpful. It's doing mind damage, physical power, armor, defense, life regen, max life. That is pretty good. Well, we are 100% keeping it. Alright, it is still alive. Alright. Alright, so we've got a Reverse Summoner unique. And what did we have up here? Marauder Berserker, but it has a two-handed weapon. Okay. In general, for that combo, I would rather see a two-handed weapon as opposed to two daggers. Because one of the benefits of playing... Uh-oh. Alright, so now we gotta take this a bit more seriously. Okay. Get a buddy going. Good. Get him frozen. Get him stunned. Not bad. So yeah, our damage is really making this section of the game not nearly as tricky as it often can be. So very happy with how we're doing so far. But that can always change in an instant, and this right here is one of the things that could do that. Or it could basically have nothing. Alright. Alright. So we got a... Is that not a Sun Paladin? Shadow Blade. Okay. Oh, that... I took a lot of damage there. Okay. From something I could not see. Wow, okay. Alright, so realign will clear my blind and heal me up. It should have. Alright, get to a bit of safety, get some spiders out. And let's get a look at this thing. A Norathil, okay. Alright, I'm gonna get away. I expect that is, yep, gonna kill it. So yeah, a little careless over here, but everything is blinding me today. Hopefully I get one of the many blindness immune equipment that's out there. I believe I've said this before, but I really hate whenever I don't have great vision going. Okay, so we'd seen over here, and that is probably the biggest threat. I don't know if there's going to be enough enemies to level up here. I'd actually be pretty surprised if we did. I think we'd need quite a few Rand bosses for that to happen. Alright, so this ought to take them a while to find me. Looks like the Doomed is actually doing better at it than the Unique there. And I didn't realize that this one had been aggroed as well. I think in order to lure the enemies over, there we go. And that spider might actually just do really well at killing what's over there. Especially if its shield pops, which I suspect might have happened. Maybe not. Doesn't look like anybody really took any damage there. But we're definitely, well, I'm not going to say definitely, but we seem to be pretty safe where we are. The pathing in this game, I believe I've mentioned this before, it's not great. Alright, so I'm going to start getting things a bit more active here. Alright, we want to get rid of that. So we got rid of the Wormic. And now just to back up. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and rest, and I'm sure something will come out from around this corner. Technically it did, but not quite what I had in mind. Okay, so that is out of range. I am wishing I had Mind Hook right now. I'll go ahead and... Wow, that thing died very quickly. There we go. Alright, so we got what we wanted, which is this thing in melee range. Without getting everything else that has been aggroed over here as well. Alright, I think I might have missed. I am overdue for combat accuracy, so it wouldn't be a shock if I start missing here. Alright, so you... four floors. Each of them have these little pockets that you go down, except for the last one, where it's the base floor. But all of the others... Welcome back, Gigaham. How's your Paradox Mage going? Alright, Okay, I think I'm good to get rid of you. Yeah, the Master is always difficult unless you're just so overpowered by the time that you fight him. What level are you fighting him at? That's pretty good right there. Ooh, yeah. Okay, want this. Ooh, level 28. That's pretty low for insane to be taking him on. Like, that's a about the level that I would take him on playing on Nightmare, so... well, I do need magic gear, so... There's also a lot of just random sub-bosses within that area. So if you're not super careful, and some of them, if you're not kitted out right, can be like just almost impossible to kill whenever you actually encounter it. So boar fast. There's definitely been times where I haven't been able to kill him, but he hasn't been able to kill me. Oh, nice. Hopefully we get some Bearscape and Lost Land of Poosh. Whenever we get those, it helps to really make runs. The gear there is just crazy good. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh yeah, so like anytime you do anything, it's just well, maybe you aren't doing that thing. Oh yeah, yeah, Bearscape is so good because you can only enter it the one time, but when you do, because it's a one-time use, it has gear that drops that can be all the way up to tier 5. So if you're playing a Tinker, for instance, you can get some Voraton to work with way earlier than the normal game. Yeah. Yeah, Lost Land of Poosh, it's similar in that regard, but it's only 2 floors, and you don't get as much drops. So, Bearscape is like it's good enough that whenever I'm not playing, I just still have the game running just in case that I'll luck out and get it. And for this run, I might just drop some cash to get it. Because I don't know. I'm starting to hope with this guy. Or gal, rather. Alright. Oh, and I wanted to get my new one here. Alright, where'd you go? There we go. Alright, so that should be a pretty significant boost in my damage here. Yeah, so I'm always out of town for Christmas, spend time with my family. So, like, and I love it. I wouldn't trade that for the world, but unfortunately, it does mean that I completely miss out on that event. Otherwise, I would start like 5 different characters that day, play it just long enough to get an extra prodigy, and then leave. Yeah. Alright. I don't think there was anything else here that I really cared about. Like, I've got good gloves for here. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, so the Writhing Ring of the Hunter, I got that on my Wanderer win, and I needed kind of every little bit of help that I could get on that run. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I could have won it without that extra prodigy, because it wasn't a bad run, but my damage had really fallen off toward the end game. So what was your nightmare win on? Alright, so we got a summoner here. Yeah, Temporal Warden was... I got my second win in the game using it. And honestly, I should probably make that one of the ones that I try to do kind of early on with these ghouls. Just because I haven't played that class in so long. I beat the game without knowing what I was doing or even trying that hard. So, and I mean, that was on normal. I remember abusing the dogs. The dogs were what really carried that wrong. That wouldn't surprise me. My first clear was Oozamancer, though. I got it to where I had such a gigantic area of effect that me just walking around killed everything. Yeah, the other trees probably are more fun. I don't know. This was years ago that I was doing that. I've kind of played the game, left the game, come back to it, so... Alright. So I am really liking Impale. Alright, so... And I think I do want another combat act. TP. Yeah, I got my first nightmare win with Archer. That was pretty cool. That was the first time that I was playing the game and it actually started making sense, everything that I was doing. I remember getting the sniper tree and then just killing everything from range 11. So nothing could even come close to me. And I was just floored because what I was doing at the time was I would just occasionally put on Nightmare. Yeah, range 11 is nuts. But I would put on Nightmare and just see how it'd go. And usually get killed pretty quickly because when you're used to playing on normal, and you don't know really what you're doing, you just fall so quick. Alright, I'm getting sloppy. And what are you? Gunslinger Summoner. Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna step away. Get a heal going. Yeah, if you don't have very good armor or defense, Gunslinger can really hurt. I don't think that I have really great for either of them. Let's see. So I have decent defense, but any Gunslinger that I come across is still probably going to hit me, so... Alright, I'm seeing things get frozen. Oh, it must have one of those snowstorm things going on. Alright, so... Alright, and what we'll do is get some spiders up. And we'll let the spiders probably die. Looks like they're dying. And yeah, there's a lot of area of effect that summoners get. So between the Rhinebark and the Drake, you're getting fire and ice. Okay, so they finally found us. I don't think I'm in impale range. No, I'm not. Okay. No problem. Alright, so let's get you frozen. Like that, okay. And since it's my only real area of effect, okay. Unfortunately, I don't have my shield up. But I do have some heals available. And I can always run away. Alright, not too bad. Alright, let's see what else we have. What is that? Paradox Mage. It's you. Alright. But yeah, for Paradox Mage, I learned them just long enough to get a win with, and then as soon as I did, I pretty much forgot most of the things that it gets. I remember it gets a lot of different stuff. Oh, you're on your last life? Alright. Alright, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played on Right. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played on... Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's get some heals. Okay. That's a Doombringer. Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure I killed him. Unless he's got some stealth or something like that. But yeah, I haven't played on adventure mode in quite a while. Once I started on Roguelike, and then I was basically doing that and only rarely played adventure mode. Yeah. Yeah, whenever I was playing on adventure, a lot of times what I would do is I would still play it as though it was roguelike. So unless I was just super invested in... Okay. Unless I was super invested in a run, if I die, it's like, well, I'll just go ahead and restart it. Okay, good. So I did get what I was looking for. I think it's kind of funny whenever... so for my Mindslayer class, so much of the enemies that really hurt me are Shadow Blades, and my Shadow Blade that I was playing the other day died to Mindslayer. So it's like these two are just constantly at it. There we go. But yeah, one of the things I remember with Paradox Mage is that it's really tanky, especially for a mage class. Yeah, there can be only one. Alright, let's see. Yeah, and also just the number of ways that it has of moving enemies around or moving yourself around. So you can always get to a better position unless you're silenced or whatever as a Paradox Mage. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Alright, so things are looking okay. Yeah, a lot of times whenever I'm fighting something and it just seems really weird that whatever it is isn't dying, it's often a Paradox Mage. Alright, let's get to... But yeah, what I did was I beat the game with every race on normal except for Lich. I was actually working on getting a Lich win on normal, and then I kind of had to step away from the game. And then I came back to it, and that's when I did Nightmare, and I got Nightmare wins on all the classes I hadn't beaten on normal. So now I've beaten the game with every class, but those normal wins are really lame and would not hold up to scrutiny. So that's part of why Mindslayer here, that was one of the normal wins. Yeah, I haven't really played around too much with clones. This mirror image rune is probably the most I've done with that. I think there's one other. So the light tree gives you some clones. One of the light trees. So I think like for a Northil, I was cloning myself a lot. But I think that's been really the only other time. Alright, I think this one will give us the clear on this floor. Yep. Oh, so much loot. Okay. I think for a Northil, the win that I got was actually in Embers. That was the White Hoof win I got on that one, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, actually, a Northil, a lot of classes synergize really well with Tinkers, but the Mage class is one, like they do especially, because once you get Mana Coil going, all of your damage, all of your spells have a 25% chance of getting a lightning strike off on it, on the enemy. And I believe that it was also, if you have a spell that does kind of like a spell each turn, so like a sustain, that can also trigger it. So there's so many ways that you can abuse Tinkers if you're playing a mage class. And since I was playing on Embers, it was a guarantee that I would get it. So it actually worked out really well. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I didn't really find anything that was all that good. This is probably the best of the bunch. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and track before jumping, which is something that I should always be doing, but I forget to. Yeah, you should run. You should use your Rod of Recall and get out of there. That place is so scary, unless you're playing something like a Possessor. Yeah. Okay, so we've found him. I'm assuming he's a brawler. He is. Ooh, he's got good gloves, too. So if he doesn't kill me, then should be some good loot. Okay, I don't like that a cursed was also spawned here. I don't think he always has them. It might be a common spawn, but... Alright, let's see. Okay, so is within range of that. And I think with him being melee, I do want to have some clonage going. I don't know why he's going after that one in particular, but whatever. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, so he wasn't bad. And if I can manage to get to level 23, that will have matched the Shadow Blade. Alright, more weapons mastery, I think. And let's see. Force field is good as a panic button, and it's instant. I also kind of want to max kinetic shield. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna put a point into. Thermal leech also wouldn't be a bad option. Alright, so... But yeah, for this character, I only got one escort from the tier 1s. So I'm kind of worried that... what are you? Gunslinger Necromancer. Okay. I don't know that those two really go together, but... okay. But whatever. Alright, so I definitely put myself at risk by doing that, but I think it will be okay. Using both my big movement options like that can be super risky, but Necromancer is one of those classes that you just want to kill as quickly as possible. It's generally not that tanky, but it can be hard to get to. So kill it quick and you'll be good. Just don't let it linger around. Cool. Alright, anything scary? So, Brawler's always a concern. Skirmisher, bigger concern. Where I'm not strictly a spell class, Brawler isn't quite as scary because a silence isn't as big of a deal. But Skirmisher is scary. Look at that accuracy. So, try killing it. And also it has some armor options too. Alright, that's good. Alright. But yeah, mirror image rune has been good. With my category point that I haven't spent yet, I am still considering getting a biting gale. Because instant speed freeze is also really helpful. Okay. Do you mean the artifact ones? Yeah, so reflection is one of those where, depending on the class, it can be one of the best runes that you can get. But it's very class dependent. If you're not maxing out magic, then you have no use for it. Maybe that's not strictly true, but like maybe. Alright, so you're not here to play. Understood. Yeah, reflection is very good for a lot of magic classes, but if you're not one, there's really no point. There we go. Mirror image is much more like you can put it on about anything that isn't anti-magic and you're gonna get some good use out of it. So I'd put that one as being definitely one of the best ones. Let's see. Prismatic rune I've never used. It is usually one that just goes to getting me into Anglewind. So I don't know if it's actually any good. It doesn't look good. The Primordial Infusion, I believe that's the one that it gives you like a affinity and it gives you cooldown on any detrimental effects. That one, I thought it worked one way, but it doesn't. So I don't know whether they changed how it worked or if I just never understood it. But I had thought, or it used to work this way, that what would happen is so the old wild infusions, it used to be that it was pretty common that it would remove physical, magical, physical, mental, mental magic, one of up to 2 out of 3 of those. But Primordial, it was my understanding that it did that for no matter what it was. Now this was before Shatter was even around, and honestly it changed the entire way that the game is played. But yeah, so I thought that it worked basically the way that a shatter does now, and that it didn't made it to where me using it, I felt it was just extremely underwhelming. So I don't know if it's actually good, and I'm just biased against it because it doesn't work how I thought. I could very easily see it being actually good, but I haven't played around with it since then. And I think there's some other more obscure ones that are out there. Alright, you are... Yeah, okay. But yeah, I don't know about the more obscure ones. Like, there's a couple of taints as well that, I don't know, you really have to try to get... Oh, there is Dispersion rune. Or Dissipation. It's one of those two. And that one's really good. A lot of times, what I'll do is just keep it for the final boss, because they will have some magical sustains. So like the one always has Bone Shield. So turn 1, you get rid of its Bone Shield, and you make the fight just so much easier because of that. So whatever that one is called, whether it's Dispersion, Dissipation, one of those is highly recommended, even if you're not planning on using it for 99% of the game. Just having it for the boss is worth it. And honestly, on higher difficulties, you can get more use out of it. So my Ogre Wanderer had 6 slots available, because you get so many extra category points, and the Ogre, if you max out that one talent, you can get a 6th inscription or rune slot. So I basically gave it that way earlier on than I normally would, and I was surprised by the amount of times that it was really helpful. Alright, so that was not what I meant to click. There we go. This thing does not want to freeze. Yeah, let's kill you. Alright, so... Oh, that's a really good shatter. Let's compare it. Oh, lost a couple sustains. Wonder how long that's been. The shatter I have on is also good, but one less turn of cooldown can make a difference, so we'll go ahead and use it. Alright, that's not very good. Alright, 25 physical power. Alright. That's pretty nice. Alright. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to use anything here. No. So onto the sandworm tunnel. I think it's very possible that I can get up to level 24 from the sandworm tunnel. I'm hoping I get the alt one here. Nope. Well, this still should be a lot easier than my Shadow Blade. But I do wish I had Burning Star. Makes this dungeon just so much... not easier, but less stressful? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see them do more with the kind of gigantic characters. I can understand why we haven't seen them in actual enemies yet. But I think that there's definitely some cool design space that they could do with that. Oh, I'm sure it'd be jank. It would be super jank. Remind me what that is? Hypostasis of entropy. That might be one of those things where I did it once to get an unlock and then never again. There's a couple of things like that in the game. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that I've probably done it before, and because I got Cultist unlocked. But I don't remember actually doing that. Are you talking about the egress? Huh? Didn't see you. Okay, we don't want to go toward you. You know, if it's just for an achievement, I've probably never gotten the achievement. What's that achievement called? Yeah, sure thing. All right. If this thing could just head north. Okay, so that looks fine. Alright, yeah, I think the summoner needs to be killed first. Alright, sure. Alright, that was a pretty long pin. Alright, Entropy's End. Let's see, yours only. Yeah, I don't think it's actually tracked everything that I've done here. Oh, right. So I'm playing on Insane, and all of the achievements would be on lower difficulty. Because I was about to say, I've definitely done more of these. So I'd have to back out of this character, go into lower difficulty in order to be able to tell. Alright, alright, and get rid of you. Yeah, I am not on Steam. I had downloaded this whenever it was still free. Alright, cool. Alright. And I actually had enough turns. Thought for a second I was going to have to put on my unlife belt. Alright, let's see. Alright, this looks like it was probably everything. Might have been something here. Yep. Alright, what are you? Unique Cursed Wormic. Okay. That can be dangerous. So I think to start off, because I am so far away, is to get some decoys going. Alright. Alright. Glad I looked into this area a bit more. Yeah, this game is so great for the cost. I have gotten so much play out of this game. And I am really looking forward to whenever the new DLC comes out, but I have no idea when that will be. The first trailer for it was, or the teaser for it was 3 years ago, and there's been nothing about it since, so... That disarm immunity actually looks pretty cool, though. Alright. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna see if I have any quartz. Still no quartz. I really need it. Alright. So yeah, the loot on this level is pretty good. Like, you get a lot for going through it, but the XP so far hasn't been. Alright, and I think you're the biggest threat. Yeah. What do we got? Rogue, you can be scary. Berserker, probably less so, but still want to be safe. It's a good thing we have good damage. So far, the things that I am really liking with the class is the damage. We've got some good speed, good defenses. Our mobility isn't great. I would say that's one of the worst things that we have, and from what I remember and what I've seen, it doesn't look like that's going to be changing anytime soon. Probably never will. Some classes are just like that. Alright. Come on, let's fight. Alright, so this is why we do the unlife belt. No. So you can get combat training, but not combat techniques. If you could get it, that would change the game pretty substantially, actually, because that's a really good tree. Yeah, so for rush, blinding speed, and perfect strike, all of those are on totems and things like that, like boots. Alright, what are you? Berserker Cursed. Okay. So for being a boss, this thing isn't very scary. All I have to do is stay out of melee, and he can't touch me. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I got more pets for him, so... And I'm kind of bored, so I'll just fight him. I have good damage, so... I never pay attention to saves, really. Like, if I get them, great. And for Dwarf, I always pump up power is money. But I never focus on those at all. I don't like that I'm dazed and stunned. That's not great. But now I can walk away, having learned my lesson. And healing up a bit. Alright, I am not confused. And let's see how we're doing. Not great. Alright, I'm going to freeze him again. Stalked, harassed, consumed with gloom. There we go. Alright, that did a lot of damage. Alright, better. So yeah, I'm very lucky that this thing is immobile. Okay. Alright. Alright, I have taken a lot of damage. I do like that using a totem isn't something that checks against confusion, though. That's one of those that's probably saved me more times than I've realized. Yeah, let's get some spiders going. Deal with those instead of me. Finally, jeez. So I was really wanting to put another point into Ghoulish Leap, but I think I'm well overdue to get Wretch going. That also would have been helpful against the immobile enemy. Alright. Another point into Kinetic Shield. Alright, and I am tied for level with the Shadow Blade. Though I did get through more zones with the Shadow Blade. I was on the second floor of the old forest. Oh, please. Please. There we go. Alright, what are you? Summoner Brawler. Okay. I don't think that's a combo I like. This will help my speed, though. Freeze you. Stun you, and you're dead. That's always nice. Okay, and we got some enemies over here. Enemies over there. Yeah, okay, good. I don't think this one's going to take me to those enemies I was hoping to get to, but whatever, we'll get there eventually. As tempting as it is to rush the sandworm tunnels, it's a really good way to die. I don't know why we're going in this direction now. Yeah. Worms take the wheel. Alright, Okay, they're getting their act together. Alright. might have been another area off to the left, or it could have been just going straight up. Yeah. I've definitely done that as a panic button. And here's the thing, it only has to be a bad idea once for you to die from it. So every now and again, yeah, you can use it and it'll be fine. But even just one time that it's not, that's the end. At least if you're playing on Roguelike. Yeah. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I had it to where... Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing to be spawned into a bad spot, but that you also just keep aggroing more and more and can't actually get to a safe spot. Alright, is this any good? The life is good. Healing mod is good. I think the one I have is better. Yeah, I'm not focusing as much on HP now. It's been a while since we've really come close to death lately, so... Alright, so that would have given 218. So this... Oh, and this gives that extra 48 as well. Okay. And the other ones there are nice bonuses, but I never care so much about them. Yeah, I've done that quite a bit. Where it's like, oh, did I just say that? I should not be tempting fate. Okay. Alright, on to the next level. Alright, what's around? Alright. Oh, and I do want to... There we go. Alright. Are these anything I need to worry about? Somewhat. of the nice things is that even though you use quite a bit of psi when you are using your talents, a lot of the abilities have it to where you're regaining a lot of it as well. So you don't actually go onto cooldown for very long. Alright. Let's start with you, and then we're going to get some of my friends here that also really like being in Wretch. Kill you. And hey, I got some quartz. Perfect. Alright, that's annoying. And I'm sure it'll find me eventually. Huh, guess it didn't. All right. Okay, so we've got a unique Marauder Summoner. Okay. Okay, so it has Unstoppable up. That's why it's not going down. Unstoppable is one of those that's really cool when it's you that has it, and it's one of the most annoying things when it's the enemy that does. Alright, I'm not sure which one will... Okay. Good to know. Alright, so we got a Doomed and a Mindslayer. Okay. Alright, so... get our speed up. Wow! Wow, that did so much. Alright, let's get some clones going. And I guess... yeah, I could use a heal anyway. Alright. Kill this Doomed. That didn't do it. That did. Alright. So we've got an immobile Mindslayer, so that's good. If we have to fight one, we can do it from a distance. You... So I think I need to put a point into realign. I'm getting to a point where I'm getting hit with a lot of status. Cool. So yeah, hopefully I can get either an amulet or a hat that gives blindness immune. Like, I can deal with confusion. I'm gonna work toward getting stun immune. But blindness immune, that's just too annoying to deal with. Alright, looks like, yeah. Alright, let's see. Come on. Ooh, okay. So this egg sac could be scary. Or it could have nothing. Okay. Really got my hopes up. Alright, so I am getting to the point, though, where it looks like I've probably gotten most of the enemies here. That's what it looks like. Yeah. There's a chance that there's some stuff up to the north. I don't think that there's anything really below these right here. I don't know. 34 stun resist? Oh, and it's a necklace. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That will do until I get my stun ring. And I might use both of them, depending. Alright. My belt's pretty good. Though this looks better. This looks quite a bit better. So, yeah. Yeah, this is about as good a belt as I could want. That was a good find. Ooh, evasion boots. I could probably use some better boots. I'd have to... Alright, I'm going to hold on to these. But I could go ahead and get stun immune with that. I was gonna go get a quartz ring, but I kind of changed my mind. Like, I still want it, but I'm going to wait until after I finish the next level. And it looks like I got a much better blink rune here too. Yeah. So I just keep finding better and better blinks. Alright. And same tactic as usual. Just gonna wait for the boss to come to me. Okay. Which, this is also what I should have done in the maze, because the Minotaur knows where you are, and usually it's only a few turns before it finds you. This one takes quite a while. I don't know why it does have this mechanic where if you're just hanging out for a while, it starts, you get the pop-up message and it starts chasing you. But it does make it to where it's a much easier fight. This is one that I've rarely had issues with. I do kind of miss my better life regen. So that was up to 3 something. So I might either switch it back or try to find some other gear that gives life regen. Alright. You do maze and lair first. What do you mean, before the tier 1s? Or do you mean of the tier 2s? Because that's always the order that I do, is once I've done all the tier 1s, start with the maze and go to the sandworm layer after. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. I was about to be a bit worried if it's you were going straight to the maze. I was watching somebody stream Tome. This was a while ago, and that's actually what they would do: one tier 1, and then they would head straight to the old forest. Never actually looked at the attack speed on this thing. That's pretty crazy. And since I'm not putting any points into magic, I am going to go ahead and eat this Heart of the Sandworm Queen. So what, you do like 2 tier 1 dungeons and then you're out? Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll put my next point into either Thermal Leech, Augmentation. Yeah, I'll do Thermal Leech so that I can get that 1 extra radius on it. Alright, and let's see. Yeah. I don't know. So, at least on Nightmare, because I have a lot more experience on Nightmare, I'm always doing tier 1 dungeons because I'm getting guaranteed artifacts, and it's not actually like I'm putting myself in danger by doing it. I can potentially see it being a bit better in Insane doing it this way, but I don't know. I still probably wouldn't go that route because things scale up so quickly within this game. And whenever I start a game, it's kind of a mad scramble to get everything that I'm needing to get everything I want. Yeah. Yeah, I always got to get super kitted out at the start of the game. And I think that's one of the things that makes the game hard for newer players, is that there's a lot of things that you can do to right at the beginning of the game to have an easier time with it, but they aren't all that intuitive, and the game doesn't actually tell you about them ahead of time. You either just have to see somebody do that, or you have to play around with everything to figure that out. Alright. Frost Treads. So I was actually trying to think of the name for Frost Treads a bit ago, and this is just awesome that I got it. One of the best mid-game shoes you can get. Alright, and let's see, I don't remember all of these. Okay, I can get rid of you safely. Alright, and I think I can get rid of Bill's tree trunk I've got some better stuff going on now. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, whenever it comes to resistances, whenever I was newer to the game, I would try to really stack them. So, for instance, up against Urkus, leading up to it, I would spend just most of the game trying to stack as much lightning resist as I could manage. And as I've played the game more, really, I try to get a lot of resist all, but I don't really focus so much on the individual resistances so much, except for status. So, stun resist, confuse resist, blind resist, all of that kind of stuff. Alright. That one was never good. Alright, and... Okay, I can probably get rid of you. Do you have some fights in particular that you stack resist gear for? Yeah, I mean, Urkus is one that can really mess you up, so I get that one. Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking max quickest or quick as thought, max weapons mastery, invest more in thick skin. Let's get augmentation going too. And possibly charged shield next. Maybe a point or two in force field. But yeah, right now we're in the somewhat dangerous spot of being right before a prodigy. A lot of times what I'll do is kind of push myself to kill things where maybe the better option is to run away or something like that. So when I get to level 23, level 24, I just kind of have to remind myself about how I don't have the resources I'm going to after the prodigy. Okay, so even as I'm saying that, I'm coming across a very strong example of that. Wow, that is doing quite a bit of damage. Alright, and I don't want to step forward because then, okay, I'm gonna impale this guy then. Okay. Wow, okay. Everything is wanting to kill me right now. Yeah, usually by the time that I'm at the prides, I've gotten my character to a place where they should be able to deal with those. So I've either gone anti-magic or I've gotten my resists up to a huge degree, or maybe I've gotten ethereal form. So that certainly helps, and I might take it this time. I haven't decided. I think before even thinking about prodigies, though, I need to survive the fight I'm in. Because that is not guaranteed, especially, like, that was a scary little cluster up there. Alright, well, at least the fire's gone for now. And what do we have here? Marauder Berserker. Okay. I wonder if there's like some sort of order of operations with this. So if it is like Brawler trumps Rogue, that kind of thing. I'd be interested in knowing that. So it looks like a lot of the things did die that were in this dungeon, or sorry, in this little area, which makes sense. There was some really dangerous area of effect there, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. It looks like whatever was down here died. Alright, I don't want to dig. I will if I have to, but I really don't want to. Let's look at these first. Yeah. Alright. Is this the one? No, it's a different one. Okay. Alright, we got beckoned. That's fine. Oh. Well, it found me for half a second. Alright, so... Wow, okay. This thing's using a tree that I didn't whenever I got my Solipsis win. So I'm not as familiar with it as I would like. Let's see. That was probably a mistake to use my shatter just now. So hopefully it focuses on killing my clone instead of me. Nice. Alright. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Alright. But yeah, with this character, and again, I don't want to jinx it or speak too soon or anything like that, but it is a good sign that I haven't had very many close calls up to this point. So for the Shadow Blade, that character, I had a lot of close calls. They just kind of kept happening. And at the time, I just kind of thought, well, I guess that's just how insane is, but no, it really shows that I was missing a lot of things that I needed for the character. It was way too squishy. It had some damage options, but I don't think its damage was actually all that great. There are certainly times where you will be playing a character and you will think that everything is going exactly how it's supposed to, and then you just die all of a sudden. That does happen, but what I find is much more common is that for a character, assuming that you're not playing super recklessly, which, you know, that happens sometimes, or that you're just that unlucky and you turn the corner to find just a truly awful combination of things. But as long as those aren't the case, yeah, it's impatience, hubris, greed. This game punishes you so hard for all of those. But yeah, so great bulwark with the net shield that could choke out the Master's Tower. Oh, nice. Oh, but the point I was getting to was that the most common thing for whenever you just don't have a powerful enough character is that you will have a bunch of near misses before the killing blow. So and I think that kind of speaks to what you were saying earlier, where losing multiple lives on your Paradox Adventure. Oh yeah. Is that the Forbidden Tome that... Was that the Illusory Castle, or the one that is kind of like the... it has all of the weird trees, and... I'm trying to remember what that one's called. But yeah, there's one that's super late game that you should not be attempting until, like, you've already done the prides. The weird one, yeah. Yeah, that was one where I tried it once, I died almost immediately, and then it took me a long time before I'd even, like, try it again. But that zone is actually super helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but so the little fonts that are there, they have some... They give you... It's randomly chosen between extra stat points, extra category point, extra generic, extra what's the other one? Extra class point, or even an extra prodigy. Yeah. Were you already what level were you when you did it? So you knew going in about the place. It wasn't a, oh, what's this? The others have been fine type deal. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that is much too early. Oh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, on one of my characters, I was feeling pretty good about, and so I did it a bit early. And I think that was after the first Pride. And after doing the first level, I realized, oh yeah, there's no chance I can actually take on the boss. So what I did was I just cleared the first two levels and lost out on the last one entirely. Oh, you did clear one of the floors. Okay. Yeah, the first two can be bad, but depending on what spawns, it can be done without being super high level. Oh, and I once again forgot to put on my better cloak. The Cloak of Deception, it's one of those things where it's kind of neat, and I can see why it was added, but also for things like Writhing One, or if you're playing as a Lich, there's so many equivalents to this that don't require it, that it's just so annoying that it feels like something that was put into the game like so long ago, and it's only been kept just because it's already been in the game so long. So like any new things that come out that it would apply to, yeah, they just don't worry about that. Which isn't a criticism of the new things, but it kind of highlights that, oh yeah, it needs to be removed from these as well. Yeah. Alright, let's see our ring. Not amazing. I guess I will do that instead of this. Let's see. I could get stun immune right now. I guess I'll have stun immune right now. Yeah, as far as a lot of the debuffs go, I think how I would generally deal with those, so try to get it to where I can't be stunned, try to get it to where I can't be blinded. The rest are annoyances, but I would focus on getting such good damage that I could kill most of the things that I would come across before the debuffs got too bad. I don't know if that's a realistic idea for playing within Insane, but I could generally make that work in Nightmare. Ugh, Thunderstorm's annoying. Alright, so once again reminding myself that I have to be careful in this floor. I can't auto-explore. Let's see. This was the one I was using. And I was using that for the defense. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we got a bunch of ants up here. And it looks like I am dealing with the alternate old forest. I am going to put this back on for now. And then I guess transmogrify some stuff. Oh, I didn't realize I had this. I remember holding on to it so that I would get extra con for thick skin, but that doesn't seem all that vital anymore. Like, I still plan on getting thick skin, but I think with telekinetically grasping a gem, I'll probably have enough. Okay, so we don't like seeing that doomed. Gonna get away from it. And then we're just gonna chill out until it comes close. Probably get attacked by a bunch of elementals. As seen here. Oh, it's a poison ivy, so it can't even follow me. Well, that's somewhat annoying. Oh, that's good, though. Good ring. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is go back to my stun resist. Yeah, so my stun resist here, and then I'm going to put on Ring of Growth. Replace you. Alright. So I'm pretty lucky that this level didn't have an escort, because this would be pretty nuts to deal with a thunderstorm and having to try to save an escort. Now there's still a good chance that the other floors aren't actually going to be better. The crystals are very annoying and can pop up kind of anywhere. So unless I'm able to kill them very quickly, they can snipe the escort pretty easily. And I think the way to go against this doomed here, hopefully the elementals leave me alone long enough to do this, as well as any shadows, as I was saying. Yep. So maybe the shadows will just keep doing that to block my progress. Here's what I'll do. So that'll at least give me 9 turns. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna have to use spider strats again. And this time it didn't work. Hopefully this time it will. Alright, so more spiders. My pick is really good. It only takes 12 turns. my spider died immediately. Oh, it was probably sniped by one of the elementals. Because the shadows usually don't do much damage. They're annoying, to be sure, but... Alright, so... Spider. Dig. This thing better have like some awesome gear or something for how annoying it's been. Okay, that one was on me though. Alright, good. So now... Alright, so that went pretty well. The XP was pretty terrible, but... I don't know, after a while it just... stubbornness took over. Alright, come on, B. Alright, what even did that? I think after this floor, what I'm going to do is talk to the old hermit and at least find out what he's wanting. Because I could probably get some extra class points right now. And actually, let's see. Yeah, so I could put 2 extra points into charge shield right now, which would be pretty nice for at least this floor. Of course, by the time I'm... Hopefully the next floor isn't also a thunderstorm. I don't know if that's even possible. It seems like a fairly rare occurrence that it happens the one time, so... Okay. All right. All right, so mid-swarm bulwark. Okay. It's gonna run after me, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, it did not run after me. Okay. Usually that's how those work. All right. be nice if I had more area of effect. I guess I could put points into some of the other leeches. I don't know that it's actually all that necessary, though. Alright, so... Wow, I did not get good loot from this floor. Alright, I think I'm going to see what my light radius is, and depending on what that looks like. So I did just get rid of my light ring. Yeah, it's only 6. Not great. It says my global speed is 88. Do I have something that's passively increasing my global speed? So, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, so... Alright, so where is the hermit? Not there. I am your friend. You know me. Definitely not a zombie. A ghoul and undead. Alright, so we found him. Alright, we don't have the ingredients. What's it gonna take? Mummified bone, vampire lord fang. Okay. So that one's gonna be a while. I don't usually do this. Let's see. I feel like Iron Will is kind of unnecessary for this race. So I'm not going to do that. But also I think as far as class points go, I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually valuing generic points more at this moment. Alright, and my cloak is on. Good. So I'm going to see what you would like. Squid ink. Okay, that one won't take too long then. Hopefully it doesn't cancel out my chance for the class points. Alright, so I halfway want to get an escort, and I halfway don't right now. Because I will be a lot stronger after I take a prodigy, even though I don't know what prodigy that will be yet. Oh man, I got Tinker. Okay. And it's close by. I'm up against a rogue. Alright, let's do you. Okay. So this could be major. Alright, you're about dead. Alright, and we'll get a nap in. So we haven't aggroed any crystals yet. Now we have. Alright, please. Okay. I think we're about to get Tinkers. We got ourselves a game. All I have to do is clear this floor without dying. I should get to level 25. Alright, I'm gonna wait for that guy to come to me. There you are. And there you are. Alright, so there's some enemies nearby that are strong. You are a Mindslayer. Good to know. Okay. And I think we will clone ourselves. There we go. Just gotta get through this floor. And this is also the same floor that I died on with my Shadow Blade. So it would be a pretty significant kind of milestone getting past this right here. Well, this thing doesn't want to die. There we go. Sure. Alright, I was not expecting that teleport. That crystal is out here somewhere. There you are. Alright. Impale it. Stun it. Good. Alright, so I've got a little bit left of this floor. I was hoping to get a level up, but XP hasn't been great here. But I can't complain. I did just get Tinker, so. Yep. Alright. Minus 80 life. Alright. That might be helpful. Pretty good light. Better light radius. Gives life regen. I would lose the 45 max life, so that's not great, but otherwise, that's a good one. So I think what I'm gonna do is after I finish the old forest, I'm gonna go straight down so that to the underwater area, and I'm going to get my vial of squid ink so that I can start pumping tinkers right away. Unfortunately, not enough XP here, but oh well. Alright, so air recycler, deflection field. All of the salves are going to be really good. And it looks like all of them are available here. Spike attachment, I'm going to want that. So, yeah. And I think because I do have so much money, I'm not going to buy all of them, but I will go ahead and buy spike attachment. Because I think that's one that I can go ahead and learn now. I don't have any ingredients for it. Yeah, so I'll have to... Alright, so we want our extractor instead of our transmogrification thing. Cool, so that's our main one now. And let's see, I'd also like... there's a lot that I'd want. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so next level of the old forest should get me to level 25. Unfortunately, they didn't have a grounding strap here. That would have been really helpful. But with the number of drops that I get, I expect it won't be too long. Alright. So, no escort on this level. That's fine. And let's see. Alright. That's kind of fun. Oh, no, do not want to get surrounded. Yep. That's what we don't want. It's actually one of the annoying things about being kind of fast. So I went from being way too slow to being a little too fast. Alright. Yeah. Let's kill the Sun Paladin. There we go. Alright, we got our level up. Nope. Alright, let's see. So I did want to start pumping up charged shield. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so Flex, Master of Disaster, Adept, probably not Adept. Windblade, probably not. It's been a while since I've taken Windblade. It's interesting, at least. Pain Enhancement System. That's usually fun for characters that don't actually use strength, but have a lot of it. Yeah, so let's see. I'm probably not actually going to make a decision about this today. So luck does not affect drops. It does impact things like crit chance. Let's see. What are some of the other things that it does? I'll look that up. It's not. It's good for crit chance, but I have a feeling it's not much else that's really worth it. Defense. I know it does defense. Luck. Accuracy, defense, crit chance, and the physical mental spell save. So luck can be useful for you, but I think with the amount of hoops that you have to go to in order to get it, not really worth it. Oh, that did a lot. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised by that. And yeah, you. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's see. Alright, that's pretty dangerous. I think I'm asleep. Yeah, okay. Probably won't let me, but worth a shot. Fair. Oh man, even while I'm sleeping, my weapon's hitting him. That's so cool. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That hurt a lot. A Northil Alchemist Rand boss, but it is immobile. So is that one. So I can go away. And I can heal. And try to find somewhere. Alright, so if the Anorthil teleports over here, this is a pretty good position. And I think what I'm going to do is just finish out this floor and then end the stream. Because I really want to spend a bit of time just figuring out which prodigy I'm going to use. Because I had an idea of what I was going to do of E-form. And that still might be the best option for me. But I'm going to consider all my options first. And hopefully I don't regret it. As long as I don't rush into things here. I was just saying how I shouldn't rush into things. So this is a lot of Rand bosses. Paradox Mage, Paradox Mage. Okay, so 2 of those are clones, so it's not as bad as it looks. So that's good. And okay. This thing is a Wormic with Burrow. So it can kind of clear the way for this Paradox Mage, so that's pretty bad. But now I can actually retreat without it destroying my walls that are protecting me. I hadn't seen the bear. Mindslayer doomed level 28. Okay. Okay. What talents do you have? Alright, so I'm probably not going to be able to stun this thing. Good to know. What weapons do you have? Okay, so you have Mind Stars and a two-hander, which, while not ideal that I'm fighting you at all, there are worse things that you could have. Let's get you a clone. Well, this thing has taken no damage so far. Not a good sign. I might as well try to freeze you. That did not freeze. Give you some spiders. They spawned at the wrong spot, so not actually going to be much help. That seemed like it did a lot. Not really. Alright. Okay, that's probably a better position for me, so thank you. How are you looking? You're looking worse for the wear. But now suddenly so am I. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna realign. There we go. Alright. I think I'm going to... Alright, so we're gonna melt you. That one's pretty good, but we're gonna melt you. And we're gonna melt you. And now we can get some better armor. Why not? Only 2 lumps of dwarven steel? Huh. Okay. Alright, well, I probably have some more. Alright, so that's iron. So I can melt this one down. It looked pretty nice, but it's probably not as good as some of the other options I have. It's pretty nice, though. Oh well. Because I could really use some armor. Oh. That's right, I forgot about you. Alright, what are you? Cursed ant. Okay. Cool. Alright, so still have this vault, and I still have the scary area up here. Let's see. So it is 5 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Might have done that wrong. Well, I did do that wrong the second time. Alright, here's what we'll do. Alright, and it's corner sniping me. Very good. Is it still corner sniping me? Nope, it for... Why is it so strong? Okay, so... it can't see me here. Okay. And I can heal. And it can corner snipe if it wants. Alright, and what I'll do... Alright, more corner sniping. Try that again. Wow. Okay. I don't even know how it... Is it hearing me? Try to dig? Is that what's happening? Alright, I've learned my lesson. But what I will do, get some spider action going. Okay. Deal with my clone. Boy, this thing has taken no damage. Okay, so that's pretty good. This thing isn't super long for this world, so I am going to freeze everything and try to... There we go. Yeah, that thing was pretty nuts. Anorithil is scary. Alchemist isn't too bad, so those two kind of balance each other out a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have this, you impale, freeze. Okay. All right, that looked like some good stuff. Imp Claw. So the good thing about getting Imp Claw is that once you get it, you can't get it again. So it is out of the possibilities now. Oh well. I've actually got a really good robe right now. Oh hey, we can get some Voraton here. Let's see. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. It's definitely tempting to try to go ahead and finish Old Forest, but I think it's better to save that for after when I forgot about this vault. So I'll do it first and then end the stream. Okay. So yeah, if I do end up going with the original plan of getting E-form for my first prodigy, that should help with some of those damage spikes like what I was dealing with on that Psy shot. So definitely a good chance I go with that one. But anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. I will catch you all later.